All right, what's going on? What's up, Kenneth? What's up, Tim? Make sure my volume's off. I don't want no back feed here. Let's see. There we go. Don't want no back feed. NHL 20. What's up, Kenneth? What's up, Tim? Yeah. Gotta play. Gotta play. Video games. What's up, Brandon the Buck? What's up, guys? Thank you guys for coming on. If you like when you come on, and make sure you smash that like button. I know y'all do, but sometimes I forget. Sometimes I forget when I come into a live stream to smash that like button. So just a reminder. Like I said, sometimes I forget and I go to somebody's live stream and they'll say smash a like button. Like I already did, and I checked. So no, I didn't. Watching the Niners Cardinals repeat game. Yeah, everybody's. That's what we're relegated to, is watching old games. Now I watched an old LSU game from 2004 yesterday. I was just bored. So yeah, you got to do something. You had to do something by the time, because looks like baseball is not going to start till probably June, mid June. Uh, you know, and Of course, basketball and hockey. I think hockey's in serious. I think hockey is the one that's really in serious jeopardy over basketball. But I think basketball still has problems. I think basketball still has problems logistically, how they're going to work out this season if they come back. NHL's done. I agree. NHL's done. I don't think they've had no talk whatsoever of starting their season back up. They're the ones that have really been quiet, is the NHL. You haven't heard a peep from Gary Bettman or anybody associated with the NHL about when they're going to start their activities. I think the NBA's done too. Uh, Christian Wood finally recovered. That's good. That's good for the NBA. That's good for the NBA. The NBA needs these players healthy. Otherwise, they're not going to start the season back up with fans or without fans. That's been the problem. The problem has been some of these players have been, getting the virus. And so I saw, where was it Karl Anthony Towns, his mom got has the virus. So yeah. So that's not a so it's just it's not good. Hopefully football is not affected. Everybody says, football is not going to be affected, not going to be affected, but we don't know. I mean, we don't know if football will be affected. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully, good thing about football, it's not starting until August. But still, they gotta have a training camp. Training camp starts soon, and hopefully training camp is not delayed. If training camps start getting delayed, then I'll get nervous. That's when I'll get nervous, is when training camps start getting delayed or canceled, or pushed back. So yeah, I know Goodell's dead set on having the draft at that date, but right, yeah, will that get postponed? They can have the draft like they did, like in the old days. They'll just have it. NFL drafts April 26th, around that time, Kenneth. I think it's around the 26th or 25th. It's around that time. But back in the olden days, they used to have the draft just in a big room. But now they don't even have to do that. They can just do it remotely, and all these teams just be in their little league off, be in their little their office, their team headquarters. And they can just do it then. So I mean, it's a lot easier to do the draft than. So you won't see the players come on stage, get the handshake, get the Goodell hug. That that's you won't see that. So but I know somebody. I mean, I don't follow. Changing gears here. I don't follow wrestling that much, but I did see where Roman Reigns pulled out of WrestleMania. That's a big deal. I think he was supposed to be in the main event. I think Roman Reigns was supposed to be in the main event, or close to it, because no, he had leukemia, and he had to retire for a while. So yeah, he told Vince McMahon that he's not going to wrestle in WrestleMania. That's a big blow, and of course WrestleMania's not going to have any fans. I'm interested to see how that is. I've watched Raw, I've watched SmackDown without the fans, and it was pretty boring. And I turned it on. Yeah, he had a fight. Yeah, Reigns had a fight planned, and he pulled out because he just got over being with leukemia. So yeah, he don't. I mean, he's one of the guys that can actually get sick because he has a pre-existing condition. His immune system isn't as strong as some other people's would be. So I don't blame him for doing that. He has to think about himself and his family, stuff like that. Yeah. So yes, Goodell said. Let's see. Yeah, Goodell says the draft is going to go on in April, and he warns against public comments. Yeah, so he's warning these teams not to come out and badmouth the commissioner of going on with this draft. So Goodell's already ruling with an iron fist like he's some kind of dictator, which he is. But oh, there it is. I couldn't find your channel, but hold on, let me why won't it let me go to hold on, JoJo. Let me do something real quick. It won't let me do it here. Let me go on my phone. I couldn't find your channel yesterday, but now that I have your name, I can able to go on it. And give me 1 second. Let me get on my phone. Might let me go to your thing then. Let's see. What's up, Sports Critic? What's going on, Sports Critic? There we go. All right, JoJo. I got it done. All right, so get back to what I say. So Goodell, yeah, Goodell, he's already ruling with an iron fist, telling all these teams not to comment on the draft. My chat went. Hold on, my chat froze up. Hold on. You always got. I forgot. I always got to use the pop-out chat. The pop-out chat's the best one to use because that one doesn't freeze up. The other one freezes up. The normal one. Hold on. And everything's froze up here. Hold on. All right, there we go. I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good, Sports Cricket. Yeah. Okay, now I got my chat back up. Yeah, the chat was gone, but I got the chat back up. Pop-out chat is all right. So there we go. All right, I'm back now. Yeah, what's Cam Newton joined the Chargers or the Jags? Yeah, where's that's a good question. Where's Cam Newton gonna go? He's gonna go somewhere. He's got to the Chargers definitely need a quarterback. I'm curious to see where he goes. I'm curious to see where Jameis Winston goes. The Jaguars will the Jaguars move up in the draft and draft a quarterback? That's another a scenario I saw where the Jags traded up and they got Tua, which Clay Matthews. Yeah, all the free agency is still not done yet because you got Clay Matthews, you have Clowney. Where's Clowney going to end up? Winston, Cam Newton. Yeah, so free agency, there's still several players out there that where are they going to go? Because the Chargers definitely need a quarterback. They definitely need a quarterback. Now, do they want to wait till the draft to get their quarterback, or do they want to get Cam Newton, a veteran, or do they? I mean, Clowney's come on, Jadeveon Clowney. He signed with the Giants. I missed that. What I was saying about Goodell. Yeah, Goodell. Goodell is you know putting his foot down, telling these teams to shut up about the draft. I make decisions when the draft's going to be. So don't talk bad about it. You're going to get fined. It's crazy. So let's see. We got baseball. Yeah, baseball. I think what I'm reading here about the MLB and the Players Association, they come to a stoppage because some of these players got to get signed, paid, but what are these leagues going to do? There's no revenue coming in, and how are they going to pay these players? We're interested to see what the NBA does because the NBA, of course, all these leagues have it, not just the NBA. They have this catastrophe clause, if you want to call it, in the contracts and the the union agreement, where they don't have to. Oh, all right, my back. Let's see. All right, I don't know if I'm back or not, but YouTube is having a lot of problems lately. All right, I think I'm back. What's up? I'm lagging. I know. Clowney's a free agent. I mean, I don't know what the problem was, but yeah, YouTube's having a bunch of problems lately. I've had a bunch of people with problems with YouTube lately. OBS just yeah, it might take a second for it to might take it for a second for it to clear up. But yeah, I don't know what the problem is with YouTube. So let's see what we're talking about here. Talking about you're talking about Goodell. I think Goodell's his iron fist that he wants to rule. It's YouTube's been having a bunch of problems. A bunch of people have been having issues with streaming, things getting dropped. So ever since they sent all their workers home, and there's no more workers to work, no more workers. Everything's computerized. But all right, so hopefully everything's cleared up. All right, so yeah, so what we got here? Yeah, so Bruce Arians. Everybody's talking about, is Antonio Brown going to go to the Bucks? Is Antonio Brown going to go to the Bucks? It's not going to happen. And Bruce Arians says it's not happening. He's not a he says he's not a fit. So that just means he doesn't want Antonio Brown's baggage. I don't blame him. I don't blame him for not wanting his baggage. Right? They don't want AB. They'll just say that he doesn't fit their offense scheme or something like that. But they don't want the headache. They don't want to sign him and then him go rogue, and then they'll have to cut him. And so just best that he nobody signs him. So they're right. They don't want him. They definitely yeah, he's a knucklehead, and I don't have it to him. All of a sudden he just, it's like last year at Pittsburgh, he just he just went crazy, and it just was weird. It's weird that I don't know, he was a good yeah, he has a lot of talent, if he can ever get his head straight, he would be important for somebody, but just can't do it. Yeah, so Roman Reigns. We talked about Roman Reigns before YouTube killed me there. So yeah, so MLB and MLB Players Association, they agreed to a deal on the stoppage. So I'm sure this is about yeah, it's gonna be weird seeing the Raiders playing in Las Vegas. Yeah, you got to get used to seeing the Las Vegas Raiders, just like last season. Everybody had to get used to seeing the LA Chargers and the LA Rams. You have to get used to seeing different name is they were Raiders were in Oakland. They went to LA, back to Oakland, and now they're going to Vegas. So yeah, I was Raiders. The Raiders moved away. That's I saw something pop up last night about I have to pull up the tweet. So with Wojnarowski and about the NBA, and then the NBA is really trying to the NBA and the owners now they're really trying to figure out a way to get this season restarted. And I can't find. There was a video last night that I was going to watch, and now I can't find it. But let me see if I can find it. Maybe he tweeted it out because I saw because the NBA and the owners, it's in their best interest to get this thing fixed because they're losing a lot of money. there's no. I mean, I'm sure they still get their TV money, but that's gotta slow down too, right? Um, right. The NBA needs more players to recover. That's been the issue. Uh, is players are getting sick and their families are getting sick. So their families are getting sick, which is really going to delay things because if a player gets sick, you can just add 2 more weeks to the got to add 2 more weeks because they gotta be quarantined. So I gotta find that. It was late last night. Late last night I saw that, and now I can't find that article from Adrian Wojnarowski. How the owners in the league they want to get this started. What's up, Butchers, Block, and Patriots? Okay, so NBA, yeah, they're reducing the base salaries by 20% of the top earning league executives around the world, including Adam Silver. Adam Silver's gonna get a pay cut. Adam Silver's feeling the is feeling the burn here. So Adam Silver, instead of getting his his whatever the hell he gets, what $4 or $5 million a year, probably more now. He probably gets. I don't know what he gets a year. Anybody know what Silver gets and what and the what's it the God Goodell. Jeez, you pass out watching Maiden stream while he would admitted was Maiden was he boring? All right, so we got. I mean, I don't. I mean, Silver's the best of the four commissioners. That's not saying much of the four, but he's the best of the four. I particularly don't like him. Uh, I think he's Stern. Stern was just much better. Stern had a lot better vision than Silver. Silver's just a I don't know. Seems like he's just a sort of looking for. He's like a puppet. I mean, he just I don't know. But he is the best of the four. Not saying much. He's not saying much because you have Goodell, you have Bettman, and then Manfred. So no, it's not saying much. But he but yeah, it's like when you go to the polls and you have two candidates and one's the lesser of the two evils and you vote for that guy. That's what Silver is. Silver is he's just the lesser of the four, but not saying much. So the best of the wow, you have Bettman that high, because even Bettman's bad. I know a lot of hockey people talk bad about Bettman. And there's BB Coach, right? They all stink, They all stink. They're all really no. You don't have a Pete Rozelle, Paul Tagliabue, a David Stern. You don't have that kind of a commissioner, which really was good for the league. But I mean, all four of them just. I mean, Manfred. I mean, a lot of people upset the way he handled the Astros situation. Astros probably should have been stripped of the title probably, but I don't think he wanted to open up those can of worms. Really, I think that's why he decided not to strip them of the title because he didn't want to open up those can of worms. Uh, so I think, but because all these teams cheat or try to get an advantage. Astros took it to a different level, I understand, but all these teams try to. You've seen Bettman 5 feet away from you before. He's a short. Isn't he a short guy, Bettman? Isn't he a short guy? I think he's always looks short on TV. So the other. So I'm reading Bill Barnwell from ESPN. Want to give him his credit. No, he credits. But he grades these free agency deals. Oh, okay, I'll have to go. I can't see on the screen on the. I can't pull it up. on the laptop. I have to go. I have to go on my phone. Yeah, Bettman. Yeah, Bettman is short from what he always looks short on T. Let's even go on my phone because when you're on the computer, you can't pull it up. You can't pull up anybody's channel, so to speak. So Bettman. See if I can. Come on, pull up there. Touchdown, San Fran. I have to look at it later. I can't increase the screen. Yeah, so Tom Brady and the Bucks. This is from Bill Barnwell. He gives them an A, 2-year deal, $50 million. Not not too. I mean, hard to argue with that grade as Brady. But will Brady make Tampa Bay a contender? I mean, I still think they need more pieces, but at least they won't have somebody throwing 30 interceptions like they did last season. That was the problem last season was Winston throwing 30 interceptions. Uh, if Tampa had a decent quarterback last season, they probably would have made the playoffs. So Drew Brees, he gives the Saints an A minus. I mean, I give them an A plus on that because 2 years, $50 million. That's less than what he signed before his other contract before this one, and it gave the Saints some flexibility to make moves this season because of where they because he's only counting 2 million. His base salary is 2 million this season. So I'd give the Saints. I would give them an A plus on this because this really gave the Saints some flexibility this offseason to go sign, rework Janoris Jenkins, get Sanders, Animata. I mean, they signed some key special teams players. JT Gray, the long snapper. Everybody says, "Oh, long snapper." I mean, look, long snapper is important, man, because everybody knows the long snapper's name when he botches a snap. So, and the Saints have actually had some good special teams. So, so Brandon Poole, cornerback of the New York Jets, a 1-year, $5 million deal. So that's a 1-year, 5-year deal. He gives them an A minus. I agree with that because I mean that's a pretty cheap contract for a cornerback, and it's only a 1-year deal. So Travis Benjamin, the Niners are interesting team. Do they go? Did they go receiver in the first round? In the first round, because they got to replace Emmanuel Sanders. Adama Sue, man. I remember when Adama Sue came up out of Nebraska. Everybody came out of Nebraska. I mean, he was always a weird guy. He was always just he always seemed like he had problems. He always got some personal foul calls. Oh, Jalen Hurd comes back. Okay, so Frisco might not go the receiver route. I was wondering, would they go receiver because they lost Sanders and they would want to replace that production. And there's a ton of good receivers up in this draft that these teams the teams that need receivers can get. Right. If you trade the 13th pick and trade down, you can pick up some later round picks and really help your team out. Because there's a lot of good receivers. There's a lot of good receivers coming out in this right now. Of course, CeeDee Lamb and Jerry Jeudy, those two guys are, those are the top two. Those guys are going to go very, very quickly to somebody. CeeDee Lamb will probably be the number one receiver taken. Either him or Jeudy. I can see Jerry Jeudy being the number one receiver pick, even though CeeDee Lamb is the best receiver in the draft. Yeah, Saints have no second round pick. We have a first, a third, a fourth, a fifth, and a sixth. We only have 5 picks. We have no second and no seventh. I don't like having no second round pick because second round you can really get some decent players. I would take Lamb over Jeudy, but I can see Jeudy be taken over Lamb, but I would take Lamb over Jerry Jeudy also. Uh, I can do that also. All right. All right. So let's bring something here. So yeah, I like that. I would take Lamb over Judy. Absolutely. So this guy's name from ESPN. Hold on, I forgot his name. Bill Barnwell. I want to give him his credit. You know, I don't want to take credit for anything. So he gives Brian Balaga from a 3-year deal for the Chargers. 3 years, 30 million. He gives him a B plus. He says the best case for Balaga's indirect value has been observing what happens to Aaron Rodgers. Blah blah blah. So he gives them a B plus on that one. Yeah, well, the defense. Yeah, the Giants keep defensive tackles, right? It Yes, Panthers son PJ Walker. I'm not surprised that he got a chance in the NFL. So I mean, he played very very well for the Roughnecks, and interesting to see if he can he can work his way up and be a backup quarterback, and then maybe be a starting quarterback. He played well. Um, who was the guy? Another quarterback that played well. Oh yeah, Jordan Tamu from St. Louis went to Ole Miss. He had a decent season. I mean, did he? I wonder if he got picked up as a backup because I think he'd be a decent backup in the NFL because he played well for St. Louis in quarantine day 15. So, yeah, so a lot of players are. I think the Saints picked up a guy from the XFL. I think it was the guy that led the league in interceptions. I have to pull that up. 1 second. Saints signed XFL player. Yeah, Dietrich Nichols. Yeah, Dietrich Nichols, the third player in the XFL to join the NFL. As the Saints signed him to a 1-year deal. Uh, who's the Patriot? Bobby can answer that. Who's the Patriots quarterback? Yeah, Jared Stidham. Nichols played for was it the Guardians or was it the let's see, was it the Guardians? Let's see, or was it the Roughnecks? I can't remember. They played for the Roughnecks. Roughnecks. He played for the Roughnecks. Yeah, Roughnecks. Yeah, Dietrich Nichols played for the he played for the Roughnecks. It says here. I can't remember if he played for the Roughnecks or was it the Guardians. But yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah. This was supposed to be Sweet 16 Elite 8 weekend, man. We were supposed to be watching Sweet 16 games today, yesterday, and then the Elite 8 was going to be Saturday and Sunday. So this is really stinks that the March Madness has gotten you know canceled because this was gonna be a fun weekend watching the Sweet 16. But so 3 players have signed with the X from the XFL to the NFL, which not surprising. Not surprising that some of these players have made their way onto an NFL roster. Interesting to see if they make the 53. Now, is the NFL, are they going to raise the roster limit now since they're going to they're going to it's going to be a 17 game season, although they're taking away a preseason game, so they're really not adding any more games technically, but I still think they should raise the roster limit uh, because you do have another game on the schedule where you have to dress out. So I think they should still raise the roster limit up. Maybe, I mean, what, 3 to 5 maybe more players on the because you're gonna have depth on your team. Uh, a 53-man roster is tough, tough, tough for an NFL team, especially when you have injuries. So I think they need to raise that if they're going to extend, the season and also add another playoff game, which I'm totally against adding another playoff team to the mix because let's face it, I mean they're gonna reward an 8-8 team, a 7-9. You're gonna see a 7-9, 8-8 team make the playoffs as a wild card in one of these leagues. Probably every year you're going to see a team like that. Yeah, they should make it 60. I mean, they should really go up. They should really make it go up more than 53. Um, but because player safety, right? Because the NFL is all about player safety, right? I mean, that's all they talk about is player safety, and they play these Thursday night games when teams have like what 3, 4 days rest. So yeah, the Buck, with these with the added playoff game, uh, you're gonna see an 8-8 team make the playoffs. So I'm out of coffee. I'll have to go make me another. I'm gonna have to make me another cup of coffee in a minute. Yeah. So yeah. The XFL's interception leader Dietrich Nichols. So it'll be interesting to see how see. I thought the Saints maybe would go cornerback in the draft, but the more and more I look at the Saints, I think they're taking linebacker. If Kenneth Murray or Patrick Queen is available when the Saints pick at 24, they're going to take. If Kenneth Murray's available, if Kenneth Murray's available, I don't think he will be, but I did see 1 or 2 mock drafts where Kenneth Murray's available at 24. The Saints will take Kenneth Murray, and I think they'll take Patrick Queen of LSU. If he falls to 24, I don't think they'll take receiver. Um, I think they'll go linebacker because linebacker is where the Saints really need help bad. Their linebacking core is they're just they need a stud linebacker. Yeah, NFL cares one thing about money. Everybody thinks that the league is about safety. They're not. I mean, they're about lawsuits, man. They're about lawsuits, and they don't want to get sued. So that's why they're about player safety, so they can show the courts that they're proactive about things. But yeah, they're about money. Uh, definitely about money. Do we think it's a good idea for the Patriots to draft? Oh yeah, they got Jordan Love, Jordan Love out of Utah State. See that guy had a great junior season. He kind of fell off last season production wise, but yeah, man, he had if you go look at his stats 2018 season. You look at the stats from 2018. He was phenomenal. But yeah, will he see? He's a yeah, the wide receiver from Colorado. Are the QB from Colorado or the receiver from Colorado? The QB because Colorado really didn't. Yeah, autocorrect. Yeah, because see, yeah, Love is interesting team. I mean, see, he had a bad. See, he had a his production wise, he had a bad season last season. But I still think he's a good quarterback, depending upon what system he goes in. So I can see a team taking a chance on him. Um, but the quarterback from Colorado, let me just look up his name. What's the guy's name? Let's see, because you don't see Colorado plays out there on the West Coast. Oh yeah, Steven. Oh yeah, Steven Montez. That's him. Yeah. Now that I saw his name, yeah, Steven Montez. Yeah, he where's his stats at? Because he might be somebody that can he might be a steal by somebody depending upon where he goes. Because he was yeah, I remember his name now, Montez. I mean, he played for Colorado's. Can't find the. Let's see. Touchdown San Fran. Hold on a second. One second here. Touchdown San Fran. Let's see what he. Yeah, because he had his 2018 season. He threw for 19 touchdowns, 9 picks. 2017, 18 touchdowns, 9 picks. The last season he had 17 touchdowns through 10 picks. So he's been. I mean, he throws the ball. He has about 63% completion percentage. I mean, he'll probably go in the later rounds. I don't think he'll definitely won't be a first round pick. But you never know. You never know. I mean, how these players will work out. All depends on what team he goes to. I mean, you got to have talent on your team. Got to have an offensive line that can block, and you have to have some kind of running game. You got to have some kind of running game in order for these quarterbacks to be really really good. Look at John Elway. John Elway, talking about his beginning of his career. The reason why Denver went to those Super Bowls against the Giants, against the Redskins in Frisco was because of John Elway. And that's all they had was John Elway, and that's why they couldn't win because they had no running game. You saw what happened when he got Terrell Davis. He got Terrell Davis, and then Elway just they went to a much better team. It was just a much better team with Terrell Davis, and Denver was able to run the ball. And of course, they beat they blew out Atlanta, then they beat Green Bay. So you got to have a running game. I mean, I know NFL's running backs are a dime a dozen now, but you got to have some kind of running game in the NFL. That's what hurts the Saints, especially in the playoffs, because Sean Payton gets loony, and go look at the stats last year for the Vikings. We ran the ball like 17 times. When the Saints run the ball like under 20 carries for a game, our winning percentage is awful. Saints don't win. When the Saints are more balanced, they win like a lot. So that was a problem. They wouldn't run Murray, man. They wouldn't run Murray. Latavius Murray. They got Latavius Murray to be the bell cow and to be the Mark Ingram kind of guy. Change it, but then they wanted to make Kamara the featured back, which really made no sense to me whatsoever. As I didn't think Kamara would be good as a featured back. He's not a McCaffrey. Now, McCaffrey can be the featured back and the pass catcher. That's why McCaffrey went for 1,000 yard receiving, 1,000 rushing. That's only the third guy to do it. They had Roger Craig did it in '85. Marshall Faulk did it. 2000, 2001, around that time, and then McCaffrey did it last season. So the Patriots. Will the Patriots go? How will they draft one? I mean, do they want to go defense? They lost a lot of defensive players in that first in the offseason. So, I do think they need receivers too, because that was one thing that hurt them last season was hurt you guys. You had Edelman, didn't have any receivers on that team. So, I think New England. I mean, he might go offense. And they might go offense. Tank for Trevor. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence will be will be the number one pick in the 2021 NFL draft. He's gonna be the next stud QB to come out. It'll be interesting to see what happens next season with quarterbacks besides him will be in the draft, because Trevor Lawrence will definitely be the number one pick. He's the favorite to win the Heisman next season. I wouldn't be surprised if he wins the Heisman next season. Clemson will be loaded next season like they always are. They got Etienne coming out. Travis Etienne next season will be a top pick, or at least top 10. I mean, I know he's a running back. I mean, Etienne might go top 5 next season. I'm surprised Etienne didn't come out this season. I'm really surprised that he didn't come out for Clemson. And I mean, the running backs, their shelf life is not very long. And no, he's already won a national championship at Clemson. I'm surprised he stayed for a senior year. Yeah, T. Higgins will be a good. T. Higgins, another receiver that's going to be taken. A lot of them. I mean, the receivers is loaded here in the NFL draft. I mean, you got T. Higgins, you got Justin Jefferson, you have Jerry Jeudy, CeeDee Lamb. I mean, there's a bunch of receivers that are very, very good. That somebody's going. A lot of teams are going to get some great receivers in this draft. T. Higgins, Henry Ruggs. Yes, Henry Ruggs is another guy. Yeah, Ruggs is another guy that's good. That's going to go. I mean, all these. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if you see all these guys taken in the first round. Henry Ruggs, T. Higgins, Justin Jefferson, Jerry Jeudy, C.D. Lamb, all those guys are going to go. I think all those guys are going to go in the first round. I mean, just a lot of talent on the offensive end. The Giants taking Ruggs. Wow. I think the Giants. Man, I think the Giants. I mean, I think the Giants need to take. Man, if I was the Giants, no, I'd take Isaiah Simmons, man. I'd take Isaiah Simmons and get me a linebacker, man. That guy is a yeah. Joe Burrow was a senior this past season. He was a fifth-year senior. Like Dion Lewis. I never heard Dion. Look him up, Dion Lewis. But I think they should take man. I think I think they should take Isaiah Simmons, man. Isaiah Simmons is an outstanding linebacker. Okay. Dion Lewis is a running back. Okay. Yeah, I mean that's Dion Lewis has been what uh yeah the pick was it four? Is it 4 or 5? It's either 4 or 5. It's either 4. No, it's 5. I think it's 5. It's 5. Oh, four. It is 4. Yeah, I think I mean Isaiah Simmons, man. He's just a if you watch college football, you watch Clemson. If you watch it national, if you watch Clemson, he Isaiah Simmons should be somebody's gonna get a great player, and Isaiah Simmons will it be the Panthers? Will the Panthers take him? But if I was the Giants, I think the Chargers. I think the Chargers got to take quarterback, man. I think the Chargers have to go quarterback. Uh, I think Chargers have to go quarterback. Whether you get a Herbert, because Tua and Joe Burrow will be gone by the time Chargers pick. So I think I take Herbert. More than mustard bus as I think I just think that I think the Chargers have to take quarterback. I mean they need their I mean they lost Philip Rivers. They need their future. And I think if Justin Herbert's there, I think you can't pass up on that. Just like Cincinnati can't pass up on Joe Burrow. I know there's these talks about them trading with Miami and why? I mean look I mean why would the Bengals do that? Why would you I know Miami has a bunch of picks in the first round, but what's up sports critic and mustard bus and yeah, the Chargers go for Cam Newton. I wouldn't see the Chargers should go for Cam Newton. They should go for Cam Newton, and then they should draft. They should still draft quarterback. They should draft Cam for a short term deal, maybe 2 3 years, and then you can draft Justin Herbert and mold him to be your franchise quarterback. So somebody needs to get Cam Newton, and somebody needs to get Winston. Because look, Winston, everybody. I mean, I know Jameis Winston, all that talk, but if you look at his touchdown passes last season, Winston actually threw 30 touchdown passes. He just threw 30 interceptions. If he can cut down on his interception, Winston would be a good quarterback in the league. I don't know if he has it, between the years to want to be a top quarterback, but Winston has all the tools. Winston has all the tools to be. Offensive tackle. Oh yeah, the guy from Georgia, Thomas. Yeah, he's probably the best. Either him or the guy from Alabama, Wills. Uh, but yeah, Andrew Thomas is probably the best tackle. The guy from Georgia. Yeah, yeah, right here. He didn't allow a sack or penalty, something like that. So something like that. Was it a penalty? Was it a penalty? I read Andrew Thomas. I think it was a penalty. I don't think he had a penalty all season. And Andy Dalton. Yeah, Andy Dalton. Yeah, it's a lot of quarterbacks. Andy Dalton played for a bad team. I mean, let's face it. Cincinnati was a yeah. He didn't allow a sack all season. Yeah, I knew his son. I knew it was either a penalty or a sack all season. I knew it was one of the guys. Yeah, he's a good. He's a he. That guy Thomas is good pickups. Whoever somebody's going to give him is Najee Harris. I don't think so. No, Kenneth. I think Najee Harris. I don't think he's eligible. I don't think he was draft eligible. So I don't think he's. I think he's still back in. He's still back running for the Tide. Yeah. So yeah, Najee Harris will be a good running back next season, 2021. So yeah. I mean, if I'm a Giants fan, what do I want to pick? Because the Giants, you do want to protect your franchise quarterback in Jones, but man, can you really afford to pass up Isaiah Simmons if he's there? I mean, man, if Isaiah Simmons is there, I just don't know if you can pass him up, sports critic. I just don't know if you can pass him up. I mean, I don't know if you can pass up Isaiah Simmons. He's just that much. He's just that much of a talent, man. He's just that much of a talent. I understand what you're saying, that you need an offensive lineman to protect your quarterback. I get it. Trust me, I get it. But I mean, dude, Simmons is just. I know he had no protection. I get it. But that's a decision. That's a decision. That the Gettleman will have to make, is because what do you do? I mean, do you want to be, because you want to protect your quarterback? Absolutely, you have to protect your quarterback, because if your quarterback can't, if he's not protected, then your defense really doesn't matter. But man, it could be Danny Foles getting unprotected. I get it. I just man, Isaiah Simmons is just, he might be the next, superstar defensive player in because the Saints, the Saints, we did that last season. We traded our second round pick to get the tackle from A&M, Eric McCoy. We drafted him in the first round. He ended up being our starting center for the whole season. So yeah, I understand you have to get a lineman. You have to have offensive linemen to protect your quarterback. But man, but you need Simmons or Thomas. But man, if I'm a Giants fan, man, but I understand man, it's Isaiah Simmons, man. He can really anchor your defense in the middle, and he can roam the field, and man, uh, he's a good player. I mean, he's a good player. If you watch college football last season, you watch Isaiah Simmons. But like you said, Thomas is probably the best offensive tackle in the draft, and that's hard. That's hard to pass up. It's hard to pass up on that kind of a talent that can really solidify your line. I mean, he can really protect your blind side of your quarterback. And I mean, look at all the quarterbacks throughout history that have been really really good, and then go look at their offensive line. And I get it. I understand totally. So, but like I said, I'm not Gettleman, so I don't know what nobody knows what they're going to pick, but I can see them taking offensive. A lot of people on a lot of mock drafts had them taking tackle. So I wouldn't be surprised if they did take tackle. I really wouldn't be surprised at all. They probably, I mean, because you have to think about what's your biggest need. So what is your biggest need? And offensive line might be their biggest need over the linebacker. So yeah, right. You need tackles. I get it. And so that it might be, you're right. It might be Thomas. So if that's your biggest need, then I just but you understand what I'm saying. Yeah, everybody's high on Becton. Everybody's high on Becton. But I think there's some better players than Becton. I think the guy from Alabama, and also, of course, Thomas from Georgia. But yeah, Becton might be picked third. But I understand. But I understand what you're saying, sports critic. Trust me, I get it. But sometimes teams play. Sometimes you never know what teams are going to do. They have a board. They have best available player. That's left, and then they have what your biggest need is. So you never know. We never know what a team is going to pick. I've seen the Saints before pick best player available as opposed to biggest team need. So no, Thaddeus Moss declared for the draft. Thaddeus Moss was draft eligible. And yeah, he declared for the draft. A lot of players for LSU declared for the draft after winning, which I'm not surprised. No, uh, Edwards, Elaire, Jefferson, of course, Burrow was a senior. He had no choice. Thaddeus Moss. So Patrick Queen was a junior. He could have came back. He came out. So yeah, so LSU wins the national championship, wins the SEC, and all the players going to get that money. Don't blame them. I don't blame them, man. I mean, if I had won the national championship and I was a draft eligible junior and I was going to go the first, second round, I'd probably leave too. I mean, when you won the SEC, you won the national championship, you can go out on the high note and go get paid. I mean, so I don't blame him at all. I don't blame these. I mean, Travis Etienne was the one I was really surprised. I thought he was going to come out and all right, Brandon the Buck. Yeah, I thought Travis Etienne was really gonna come out in the draft, but he decided to stay his senior year. No one got him on defensive tackle. Yeah, he's been saying on defense. Hey, I was watching. Yeah, I was watching Bad Dog and Entertainer last night. Yeah. A lot of defensive tackles. So yeah, I don't know what Gettleman's deal is there with all these defensive tackles, but maybe they're gonna move something. Maybe they're gonna move something offensive line. See that? You see that 3 minutes out now. I might go on a little bit. I might go on a little bit longer, Kenneth. I might go make me a cup of coffee. He might take a defensive tackle. He might. You never know. He might take a defensive tackle in the late rounds. Sports critic. He might take one like in a. I don't know what kind of picks y'all have, but yeah, he might take one in the third, fourth round. Yeah, but maybe he'll move because you see that in college a lot where you see in college a lot where they move players around on the offensive end on the line. LSU did that a few years ago. Yeah, linemen are very. Yeah, you got to have depth on the defensive line. I agree, Kenneth, because if you look to the Saints had a bunch of injuries last season to our defensive line late in the season. We had Sheldon Rankins go down. We had Davenport go down. So yeah, uh, you have to have depth on the defensive line. Uh, that's why colleges always go 2-3 deep on the defensive line to rotate players in and out because you have to stay fresh. You can't play a whole game anymore, and because you want your defense fresh come fourth quarter. So, and if they're on the field so much, yeah, it's not going to happen. I'm going to get me another cup of coffee. Be right back. Give me back. All right. All right, what's up? I'm back. All right. All right. All right, so we got going on here. I'm back now. All right. All right, so of course, let's see. Talk about the draft here. So we got 1 second. So we got of course, Joe Burrow, Chase Young, probably be 1-2, right? So what? The Lions pick 3. The Lions pick 3, right? I think the Lions pick. Does Detroit? Who does Detroit take it at 3? Who does Detroit take at 3? I mean, Justin Fields. No, Justin Fields is not. No, Justin Fields is not eligible until next season. Yeah, because he played as a freshman at Georgia in 2018. He played last year, right? So he's not eligible till next season. So yeah, he'll probably come out depending upon what kind of season he has next year, which should be good because Ohio State is stacked. So what's up, Dark Demonic? Ohio State's stacked. So yeah, Justin Fields will probably come out next season. Him and Trevor Lawrence will probably be top 2 quarterbacks in the draft coming out next season. So interesting to see what happens then. But you think Mile High Sports? You think Detroit's taking cornerback? Yeah, they probably will. What's that? The guy from Ohio State. His name's I can't think of his name. Damn it. Akuda. So yeah, the Lions should take Simmons, but they'll probably the Lions could take Simmons, but yeah, I'm ready to I'm ready for everything to get back to some kind of normalcy, but some kind of normalcy, but might be a while for that to happen. So the Giants. We talk about the Giants. The Giants will probably pick offensive linemen. Then you got the Dolphins. What are the Dolphins going to do? What are the Dolphins going to do? Oh, Dolphins take Tua, huh? Yeah, I think the Dolphins should take Tua. I think the Dolphins should take Tua, and then with their other 10 first-round picks they have, I think they should go OL. I think Dolphins should go offensive line with their next other 10 picks they have in the first round. The Dolphins have a bunch of picks. Interesting to see what they do with all. I don't think the Dolphins. I think the Dolphins have 3 or 4 first-round picks. I don't think they're going to draft 4 times in the first round. So the Dolphins are going to make moves, I think. The Tua says he does not want to play for the Detroit Lions. I don't blame him. But yeah, I don't think the Dolphins are going to pick. I think they have 3 or 4 first-round picks, and I don't see the Dolphins taking 3 people. I think the Dolphins can probably move back in the draft and pick up a bunch of picks in the later rounds. Teams want to trade up with those picks. If I was the Dolphins, if the Dolphins, I wouldn't trade my my top 4 pick, top 5 pick. Definitely wouldn't do that, but I would definitely trade. I think I definitely would trade my later picks and move back in the draft if I was the Dolphins. After I get my lineman with my second pick. Should the Giants take Tua? Yeah, I don't think the Giants would do that. I think you would see Bad Dog Entertainer really blow a gasket if that happens. I think you would really see them blow it. I think they have bigger needs than that. But I think like Sports Critic says, you need an offensive line to protect Jones. He can't take umpteen sacks a game. So just don't think Tua would be a good pick for the Giants. That you would really say, Entertainer and Bad Dog would really Oh yes, we used to do sports games on here. Now I gotta just do sports talk. So might do this Monday. I might do this every Monday, Wednesday, no, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday. I think about doing this 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, 9 till about I don't know, a little after 10, something like that, something like that. So maybe I'm sure there'll be some sports stuff to talk about during the week. Uh, not many, but something might break. As who knows? You know, still be there's still some free agents that have to sign. And who knows? You might see yeah, Jalen Hurts. Yeah, see, and, not many people talk about Jalen Hurts. Name three teams with the most to lose on draft day. If they make bad picks. Talk about teams that can't afford botch the picks. Hmm. Cincinnati. Cincinnati cannot botch this pick. They cannot trade back and miss out on Joe Burrow. So if Cincinnati botches the pick and they trade back just to get more picks and they pass up on Joe Burrow and Joe Burrow goes on to have a great career in the NFL, that's bad. They're one. Who's two? Jeez. Hmm. I'm gonna say the Dolphins. Let me look at the. Yeah, the Patriots. Yeah, Patriots could be one, huh? I mean, because they got a hit on this pick because the Patriots really Patriots yeah, the Redskins can't right the Redskins can't pass on Chase Young. Redskins are another team that really can't pass on Chase Young. They can't. I know some people are debating should they take Tua and blah blah blah. Yeah, Redskins are another team that cannot pass on. Right, the Redskins are another team that cannot pass on Chase Young. There's another team that if they botch the draft, what if they botch the Redskins are? I mean, look at Daniel Snyder has been a horrible owner for them. Horrible. I mean, they have won nothing. They won nothing since he's been there. And the Lions, right? The Lions, who knows what they I mean? The Lions have just been. Uh, they're another team that right. They're right. The Lions are another team that can't afford to botch a pick because they just been just not good, man. So yeah, I like the Bengals and the Redskins 1-2 because the Redskins and the Bengals they have to take the uh, the top two picks in the draft. Of course, the Bengals have to take Joe Burrow, and Redskins have to take Chase Young. They have to pick those two guys. They can't miss on that. They can't just uh, trade back, which I don't think they will. Yeah, yeah, I think the Redskins will take an Ohio State player for the two straight seasons. I think Chase Young is just he's a he was a although he really didn't. I mean, if you look at his last few games against Michigan, Wisconsin, and then Clemson, he really didn't play at the level he was at the beginning of the season. But Chase Young has a lot of talent to become a very dominant defensive lineman. So I would still take I would take Chase Young at two if I was at the Skins. You can't you just can't pass up on Chase Young and a lot. Yeah, well, and the Lions will they take the cornerback from Ohio State? What Jeff Okuda? That's his name. His name was escaping me. So he's the best cornerback in the draft. So will Detroit go that route? And then of course the Yeah, if you're right, the Redskins take. Hmm, good point there. Yeah. So you never know. I never know what the Redskins are going to do because the Redskins are just dysfunctional. I mean, Redskins are a dysfunctional franchise. They haven't been good in forever. Um, who knows what Daniel Snyder's going to do? I know they went and got Ron Rivera's a morning Goose. Morning Goose, Jared. Yeah, I mean, the Bengals cannot pass up on Joe Burrow. They can't. This guy's from Ohio. I mean, this guy's from Ohio. I know he's not from Cincinnati, but he's from Ohio, and man, you can't pass up on that. But the Redskins are just functional. They just Daniel Snyder's been a horrible owner. Uh, they've done they've done they've done nothing. Redskins have done nothing with Snyder. Nothing. Zip. I mean, everybody talks about the Cowboys haven't done shit in 25 years. What have the Redskins done? Redskins haven't done anything since they won in '91. The Redskins have done nothing since they won in 91 season, right? When they won with when they beat the Bills. I think '91 season. Should the Giants consider trading Barkley now or keep him? Wow. Yeah, the Redskins. I wouldn't trade. Yes. Yeah, that's the same discussion some Saints fans have with Alvin Kamara. Should we trade Kamara or end up having to pay him a ton of money? Because Kamara's gonna command a big contract. Um, but yeah, I don't think if I was a Giants fan, I would definitely blow a gasket if they traded Saquon Barkley just to cut salary. And I think Barkley is a good piece. I think Barkley is a good piece for the Giants to pair with Daniel Jones. We've got to have a running game. We've got to have a running game in the NFL. I know it's not a running back driven league like it once was, but you gotta run the ball, and you got to have an offensive line. So if I was a Giants fan, I would definitely blow a gasket if they traded Saquon Barkley because I don't think you're gonna get comparable value back. I don't think you're gonna get comparable value back if you trade Saquon Barkley because what are you gonna trade him for, and what you gonna get back? I mean, you're gonna trade him for draft picks, a crapshoot. Uh, I just don't think that that'd be very smart for the Giants to get rid of him. He'll be a Jet once in his career. I'm watching Rambo 3. Everybody watch Rambo 3, the one when he went and saved his little commanding officer in Afghanistan? This was an little underrated Rambo movie. It wasn't the best one, but I actually like the second one, Rambo First Blood Part 2. I actually like that one better than the first one. Yes, you're gonna have to right. You're gonna have right. Barkley is gonna command Ezekiel Elliott kind of money, and that's what I worry about. Kamara. Kamara is gonna want a big contract, but see, Kamara is not an every down back. So Kamara is not an every down back like Barkley or Elliott. He can't get the ball 25 times a game. So if the Saints pay Kamara over $20 million, I'll be really pissed off. I really would be. I'd rather trade Kamara than pay him over $20 million when he's just a gadget player for Sean Payton. Bad boys. Wait, somebody was showing the movie on the live stream. So Rambo 3. It's on AMC. But Rambo he's made how many movies he's made? But how many but six there's been six Rambo movies? I think six, huh? Got this, four, five, or five. I've been five, huh? I think it was five. I think it was five Rambo movies. I haven't watched the last one yet. Should the Giants try and get Odell Beckham Jr. back? Would y'all want him back? Would y'all want him back? I mean, he's just been just a really, really, he's a talent, but he's just been he's been head case, man. I don't know if I was I don't know. I mean, if he can keep his head on straight, he's a bunch of talent. He's a lot. Everybody. I don't think anybody will disagree that he's got a lot of talent. He does, but does he have? I mean, ever since he went on that boat a few years ago and had that picture taken, he's just been I don't know, off the deep end. So who the Jets draft at 11? You know, I had my first mock draft. I had them taking a defense. Uh, I had the Jets taking defense. My second mock draft, I had them taking offense. But I mean, y'all want defense or offense? I mean, this was just like I said. This draft is loaded with receivers. Uh, yeah, that's a comment I had. My first video was Jets fan said, yeah, you needed we need offense more than defense. So yeah, baseball should have started yesterday, Jared, and we should have had the Sweet 16. No, yesterday. The Sweet 16 should have started so yeah, the Sweet 16 should have started, man. Yeah, you can but see what's going to happen, Dark? I mean, they're going to have some kind of spring training again for these pitchers. I mean, these you can't just throw these pitchers on the field and have them. I mean, you're gonna get a bunch of arm injuries. You're gonna get a bunch of arm injuries if that happens. So, yeah, what's gonna happen with the? I mean, I don't know. They got to have some kind of spring training, don't you think? Compare each wide receiver with a current NFL star. One second. Oh. Yeah, all the pitchers are going to need Tommy John surgery if there's no spring training. I agree. Right, because their arms not going to be in shape. All right, so they got a new rule. What's the new rule? Yeah, could Antonio Brown return NFL? You always saw the Buccaneers say that they don't want him. They say that he doesn't fit in their offense, which I think Bruce Arians is just saying that they don't want his baggage. All right, so I mean, so I think CeeDee Lamb or Judy would make a. I think they have the tools to be a number one receiver. I think CeeDee Lamb and Judy. I think they could be a number one receiver now. Now Jefferson, the guy from LSU. I think he'll be. I don't think he can be a number one. I think he can be an outstanding number two receiver for somebody. Uh, No, because Jamar Chase was LSU's best receiver last season, even though Jefferson had an outstanding season. But I think Jefferson would fare well with somebody that already has a great number one receiver. If Jefferson went to the Saints, I think Jefferson would have a awesome. I think Jefferson would put up a bunch of stats if the Saints drafted him. Yeah, Syndergaard and Severino already have Tommy John. Didn't Chris Sale from the Red Sox? Doesn't he need Tommy John? Wait, Major League Baseball men don't like the proposed pitching rule for the 2020 season. The new MLB three batter minimum rule will require pitchers to face at least three bat hitters or pitch to the end of a half inning before pitching change can be made. Oh, so you can't how you bring in a left-handed pitcher to face a left-handed hitter? You can't take him out after that? Wait, am I reading that right? Am I reading that right, Dr. Mike? Does that mean if you can't bring a left-handed pitcher to face the left-handed batter and okay. And who signed off on this? Somebody had to sign off on that. I mean, who agreed to that? I mean, ooh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that, Dark. And should the Jets trade up for a quarterback, or are they set with Sam Darnold? Now, Dark Demonic is a Jets fan. He can definitely answer that question, as because he's a Jets fan. He definitely can answer that question better than I can of what they would want to do at quarterback. But yeah, ride with Darnold's probably the better option, and then draft your needs in this draft, and then address the situation in a few years once you build your team the way you want it to. So yeah, I agree with that. That's why I don't think the Redskins are going to draft Tua at the draft in Haskins last season. If the Redskins did that, they drafted Tua, then that's just going to be stupid because you're not addressing any kind of team needs if the Redskins do that. So hmm, yeah, so that's a hmm. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, they got to ride with Darnold, and let's see here. I'm gonna look up the 2020 draft as is. Of course, there's going to be trades. So the draft is not going to go. But I'm going to go. I'm going to look at the draft and see just as is and what teams what they should do because of course there's always trades in the first round. NFL made the right call. Talk about keeping the draft intact. Although the no the dictator Goodell already said that kids are going to experience the draft like we did. Well, although it will be different because all these people aren't going to be jammed into a room smoking cigarettes with the helmet phones. You're not going to see that. You're going to see everything done remotely, and they're going to be at their team headquarters. So it's going to be a little bit different than what it was when we were kids. Um, right, they're not going to be in a room with a bunch of you know helmet phones and people smoking cigarettes. All right, so we got the Bengals, Redskins, Lions, Dolphins, the Chargers, the Panthers. The Panthers are seven. Panthers pick at seven. I mean, who should the Panthers pick? Because if the Giants do not pick Isaiah Simmons, Isaiah Simmons might be there at 7. Isaiah Simmons might be there at 7 for the Panthers. And if I'm the Panthers, after I lost out Luke Kuechly, if I'm the Panthers, I think I'm definitely picking Isaiah Simmons. Yeah, Bill O'Brien is a poster boy for don't take drugs while operating a football team. But that was just that was a money grab there, man. They didn't want to pay Hopkins anymore. And now I think I read somewhere where Deshaun Watson is very, very unhappy with this move, and yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I don't think Simmons will get past the Lions. I don't think so. But man, what if he does? What if Simmons slips to the Panthers? Man, what if for some reason Isaiah Simmons slips to the Panthers? Man, they gotta take him, right? I mean, they have to take him. I mean, they got. They got their offense pretty set. I mean, they got Bridgewater. Uh, so then they got the good offensive staff. They got Joe Brady and Matt Rule. I mean, you got McCaffrey. If I'm the Panthers, man, and Isaiah Simmons is there, man, gotta take him, right? Have to take him. I don't think they can even think about passing up on him. Uh, I just think Simmons is just going to be an outstanding defensive player. Even for his rookie season, I think Simmons can be very, very good even next year for somebody. Then you got the Cardinals picking 8. Who do the Cardinals pick? Cardinals go O-line. The Cardinals go offensive line to protect the quarterback. I think the Cardinals have to go. I think the Cardinals have to go OT. I think they have to go. Why are the Redskins so bad? Because of Snyder. It's simple. It's Jared. I don't know. It's I mean, it's their owner. It's their owner. I mean, anybody that's old enough to know the Redskins, when the Redskins used to be good, back in the '80s, early '90s, Redskins were a dominant football team, man. Right when they had Joe Gibbs and they had the big offensive line, you had John Riggins, you had Joe Theismann, you had Mark Rippon. They had Doug Williams. Redskins were a very, very good football team, man. They were very, very good in the '80s. Them in San Francisco, and they have a bad owner. They got a bad owner. So then you got the Jaguars at 9. Mark Mosley, oh man, Mark Mosley. That's that's going way back. Yeah, Alex Smith. Yeah, Alex Smith getting hurt really affected him. Alex Smith was serviceable, man. You know, Alex Smith was a very, very serviceable quarterback. He played well with Frisco, especially when Harbaugh was there. Uh, but yeah, Alex Smith tore his knee up, and he'll probably, you know, Alex Smith is the only. I mean, if you look at Urban Meyer's quarterbacks in the NFL, Alex Smith is the only quarterback that's ever done anything in the NFL that was coached under Urban Meyer. Look at all their quarterbacks that Urban Meyer's put in the league. That's why I don't trust. That's why I'm not really high on Haskins, because Haskins was an Urban Meyer QB, and if you look at Urban Meyer's quarterbacks in the NFL, there are none. Alex Smith is the only one. Yeah, Singletary as a coach, as a head coach, just as yeah, as a head coach, wasn't very good. So Gettleman says take the best player available. Yeah, if Simmons is there when the Giants pick, he's by far the best player available on the draft board. Now is he the best player for the Giants needs? Probably not, but he is the best player available. If he's John Jones got to get 20 times. So we got the Browns. Browns at 10. Browns at 10. So Yeah, everybody knows how the Browns are. They're dysfunctional. They got a quarterback that's not a leader. They got a receiver that's a head case. Uh, who the Browns going to get first round? Should they go defense? Should they? Yeah, Colt. Yeah, right. That's right. Colt McCoy broke his leg too. That's right. I forgot. I forgot about that. I forgot about that. Yeah, Colt McCoy and Alex, but they both got hurt. I remember that. Bruh. Yeah, who are the Browns going to get, man? Who are the Browns going to get? What? Sam Darnold, Josh Allen, Kyle Allen quarantined in Southern California. Is that wait? Is that wait? That's not a joke, right? Demonic. I don't think that's a joke. That's true. They're being quarantined in Southern California. Wow. Colt McCoy is a giant. I didn't know that. Colt McCoy. I thought Colt McCoy would really be a better quarterback in the NFL. He was really really good at Texas. Uh, yeah, the Giants. I understood. I understood what sports critics said that you need offensive linemen, but man, I don't know if I can pass up on Isaiah Simmons as a GM. Uh, as a GM, I think that I think I would draft. If I was a GM and Isaiah Simmons was on the board, and I know I needed a linebacker that can cover like that and a rush the passer. Uh, yeah, I think I'd take Simmons. I think I'd take Simmons. So we got the Jets at 11. You said you want to take offense. The Raiders. What do the Raiders do? What do the Raiders do at 12? Raiders go receiver. Are you gonna see CD Lamb going to the Raiders? I think at 12. I think at 12 you're gonna start seeing some of these receivers being taken. I can see CD going to the Raiders. What's Frisco going to do? Is Frisco going to are they going to go wide out? Then you got the Bucks, you got the Broncos, the Falcons, and you got a bunch of teams coming up here, and you got a lot of receivers. A lot of receivers who are going to be on the board. You got all of them. CeeDee Lamb, Jerry Jeudy, Jefferson, uh, guy from I think Arizona State is Ayuk. I can't remember. I think that's his name. Yeah, they're right because they're right there. Frisco is going to need a cornerback, and they're going to need a receiver since they lost Buckner, so to the Colts. So Sherman's getting up there in age. Yes, Sherman's old. You're right. So they might want to. Frisco might want to take a cornerback, a young cornerback, because Sherman is getting up there in age. Right? You have to look at that. That's why I said the Saints. If the Saints pick at 24. If one of those receivers are there, like Jefferson, because you only signed Emmanuel Sanders to a 2-year deal, and Sanders is up there in age. So the Saints might pick receiver depending upon who's available at 24. Uh, I still think they should pick linebacker at 24, especially if Patrick Queen or if Kenneth Murray's there, which I don't think Kenneth Murray's going to be there at 24. I don't think he's going to be there. I mean, I seriously doubt. I saw one mock draft where they have Kenneth Murray going to the Saints, and I was like, man, this guy's smoking crack. Kenneth Murray's not going to be there at 24. Let's just say he is. I think the Saints should definitely take Murray. So, yeah, so you got the Eagles. Eagles pick 20. Eagles pick 21. What are the Eagles? I mean, I know all the Eagles fans think they're going to the Super Bowl, going 16-0. They have all the players they need. Everybody wants to go there. But what do the Eagles need? I mean, if you listen to the Eagles video makers, some of them, I'm not gonna call all of them quacks, but some of them are quacks. Uh, what do the Eagles need? I know you know which ones I'm talking about. But there's a bunch of uh oh. Wait, AFC executive Blas Goodell calls Goodell's warning not to criticize draft dates. Uh-oh. The dictator. Yeah, the dictator said that do not question my authority. I rule with an iron fist. I will come down on you hard. Yeah, if you're Gettleman, would you try to trade up and get Young, even though it costs you multiple picks? Because if he turns out to be a superstar the next 10 years, then it's worth it. Hmm. Yeah, I see. Yeah, Belly. What's up, Drog Dog? Yeah, what are you gonna have to give up to move up those few spots, those few spots up in the draft? Man, what are the Redskins? Because I don't see the Redskins doing that. Because I don't think the Redskins are going to trade uh, with a division team. I don't think the Redskins are not going to want to help out a division rival. So I don't think that's going to happen. But if I was the Giants, like I said, I don't know if I'd trade up because you can get Isaiah Simmons, like you said. The guy can cover. He can go from sideline to sideline. He can rush your quarterback. So I think getting Isaiah Simmons would be better than I think getting Isaiah Simmons would be better than trading up and losing some picks. And so just my opinion. But AFC executive Blas Goodell, because if you read that ESPN article, Goodell said that don't question my authority. No, I rule an iron fist. I'm no paraphrasing what he said. Listen, I'm not reading word for word what he said, but yeah, he said that don't question my authority. I mean, Goodell is really he thinks he's a dictator. Well, he is a dictator. I mean, he rules everything. He if there's an appeal heard, he hears the appeal. He hear if you appeal it again, he hears that. Well, the Redskins might be that stupid. Yeah, he might be. You're right. Good point there, Belly. Good point there. Yeah, Daniel Snyder might be that dumb to trade with a divisional rival. You're right. He definitely might be dumb enough to he might be dumb enough to trade with a division rival and help out a division rival. Yeah, but see, yeah, could you imagine? I mean, yeah, the Redskins are so dysfunctional. I can actually see them doing that. Now that you mention that, I can see them doing that, missing out on Chase Young and having Chase Young go to the Giants, anchor that defensive line for the next 10 years. Giants own the Redskins for the next 10 years, and Redskins are just staying what they are, mediocre. Actually, the more I think about it, the more I think about it, yeah, I think that yeah, he might actually do that. Yeah, Daniel Snyder is just he hasn't hired a good GM. No, I think general manager has been another problem for the Skins. Another problem. Well, Road Dog, I tell you, no, Road Dog. If we get, I'm trying to think, if we get to, let's just say we come, let's just say we come to July 1st, and NBA hasn't come back yet, NHL is done, and baseball hasn't started. If we haven't had anything like that by mid-June, I'd be really concerned about NFL and college football. If we don't see any kind of talk about resuming the baseball season or the NBA season by mid-June, uh, football's in serious problems. The Cowboys have not been the same since Emmitt Smith went to the Cardinals. Oh yeah, a lot of people forget. A lot of young people probably forget that. Yeah, Emmett went to the Cardinals. Miami has not been the same since Dan Marino was told by Miami they're done with him, and they just are cutting ties with the name. Redskins, the Redskins are just awful. So yeah, so the Giants. Well, I guess what I meant to say with the Giants would continue the Giants would continue to own their skins if the Redskins were dumb enough to trade that pick and not get Chase Young. But yeah, I mean, look at San Francisco. San Francisco told Joe Montana to hit the road because they wanted to give the reins to Steve Young. They did not give Joe Montana the opportunity to get his starting job back for the 93 season. Because you know damn well Montana would have beat out Young. Montana would have beat out Young for that starting job. So yeah, so Montana, Joe Montana. Yeah, they told Joe Montana hit the road. That's why Montana went to the Chiefs because he was ticked off. Montana was ticked off because he was not given the opportunity to win his starting job back. I think if Montana was if Montana was able to compete for that job, and I don't think he'd have been too upset if he'd lost out on it. Yeah, since Steve Young's career ended, they have lost the last two that they were in. Yeah, the Cowboys could have signed. Right, they should have signed Dak a year ago. Now, since all these contracts have come out, and we saw what Tannehill, what Tannehill's getting. All Tannehill does is hand the ball off to Derrick Henry. So Dak Prescott sees that, and of course Dak Prescott's going to want a little bit more than that because Dak Prescott actually throws the football. So he's going to get Dak Prescott's going to get upwards of 35 million probably. What you think? I'd say at least 35 million for Prescott. I just think that he's going to get about 35 million. Yeah, these contracts are really, really insane, demonic, and especially, the salary cap is hard. It's really going to affect how these teams can build the talent around the quarterbacks when they're getting a whole. Wait, I didn't see the. I saw Prescott was talking. They signed him to a deal. I know they were talking about it, but I didn't see. Yeah, Kirk Cousins got a 2-year extension off of one football game. Okay. Yeah, I know they're talking to 4 or 5 year deal with $35 million annually for Prescott. That's about what he's gonna get. He's gonna sign for $35 million. $35 million a year, and that's just gonna break the Cowboys. And I don't know how they're gonna build a team around when you're paying Prescott, you're paying Elliott, and you're paying Cooper. 35 million a year for Dak Prescott. That's really gonna affect. That's what Sports Illustrated and Yahoo said. 4 or 5 year deal worth $35 million annually for Dak Prescott. So he's going to sign that. You know what's going to happen. Because he's going to command that. And the Cowboys, Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones, they're going to bend over and they're definitely going to sign him to that contract. You know they will, because they had no choice. They had no choice. Cowboys, like Belly said. Like Belly said, they should have signed him last season when it wasn't. They could have saved. They probably could have paid him under $30 million. They probably could have paid him under $30 million last season if they would have come to an agreement then. But now they've waited a year, where all these quarterback contracts have increased, and Jerry Jones is just going to give it to his son Steven. He's going to give it to his son Steven, which his son Steven's just insane as he is. So. No, he's just as insane as yeah. So just wait. Yeah, because Jerry hasn't done nothing. since he although I know they did win with Switzer, but ever since he fired Jimmy Johnson, that franchise is going downhill ever since then. Ever since he fired Jimmy Johnson, you know, because Jimmy wanted too much control, and Jerry definitely didn't want to give up no damn control. Because Jimmy Johnson's the reason why that team was good in the '90s because he traded all those they traded Herschel Walker for all those picks. Man, Dallas got a ton of picks in that trade, and that really screwed the Vikings over. That screwed the Vikings over. The Vikings lost all those picks because they thought Herschel Walker was going to be the missing piece for Minnesota. Ended up not being. All these teams that trade all these picks for one player are stupid. Look what the Saints did with Ricky Williams. The Saints traded a whole draft for Ricky Williams because they thought that he was the missing piece. Crazy. The Cowboys should have been contending uh, late in the '90s, but they Barry Switzer was just Barry Switzer. Barry Switzer was an all right college. Let me rephrase that. Barry Switzer was a very good college coach, but he was just he was a yes sir. He was a yes sir man to Jerry Jones. So it was easy for Jerry to control Switzer. So, but yeah, where's Jadeveon Clowney end up? Does he go back to the Seahawks? Trent Williams, offensive lineman for that's the Redskins, right? Hmm. Yeah, Trent Williams is gonna. You think Trent Williams is gonna command a high dollar contract? Yeah. Jerry Jones wants control over his head coach. That's why I'm surprised Mike McCarthy. Well, Mike McCarthy really isn't an alpha. I don't think McCarthy is really an alpha either. So yeah, QB should not get $30+ million a season, Belly, because I mean, it hurts. It hurts you building a team around that player. You can't play. You can't the salary cap. Everybody knows that the salary cap is the NFL. You can't go over it. There is no luxury tax like you do NBA and the baseball. There is no luxury tax to pay. Otherwise, you'd see teams go over it. But teams like Dallas would definitely go over if you could go over the cap. Dallas would do that every season. Jerry Jones would pay the luxury tax, blah blah blah. But yeah. Well, why are you going to pay a quarterback $35 million a year? And I mean, it's going to really affect your the ability to build a team around because look at the running backs. The running backs they want their 20 million. Receivers want their 20 million. So yeah, Aaron Rodgers is what he's starting to get to his twilight of his career. He might have but five more years left. So but Rodgers might want to get paid. Yeah. So be right back. All right, I'm back. I'm back. All right. Sorry about that. All right. So a few more minutes left here. Yeah, the contract's the reason why you watch XFL. Yeah, because there's going to be a cap. And what's going to be the cap here, man? I mean, what's Mahomes going to say? Is Mahomes going to say, well, no, Dak gets 35. I want 40. I mean, there's got to be a cap. I mean, something's got to give with these contracts. Something's got to give with these coaches' contracts in college. I mean, these coaches in college are getting $8-9 million a year. Uh, I remember when Saban was at LSU. Um, and they started paying him over $1 million, and people were freaking out, man. People were saying, "Oh my God, how are you going to pay? How you going to pay a college coach $1 million a year? Uh, how are you going to pay these coaches $1 million a year?" And then Saban won the national championship in 2003 for LSU, and he got a raise, and then it's just gone up and up and up. I mean, Saban gets like $9 million a year from University of Alabama. I mean, is it worth it? Probably so, because look all the money that Saban and that football program brings into the university. Uh, it's a lot more than $9 million a year. It's a lot more than $9 million a year. And it's money well spent, but something's got to give with these contracts. I mean, that's why it's so much. That's why it's expensive to go to these games for a family of four. Now you got to pay for parking, you got to pay for a hot dog, you got to pay for a Coke, a beer. A little kid wants a foam finger, number one finger. It's not like it was years ago when tickets were very affordable. Now they're not affordable at all, and parking's 20, 30, $40, and no beers are $9, $10 a pop. Cokes are $6. Hot dogs are 6. Nachos are $5. Uh, do the math, and of course you want a T-shirt. Oh, T-shirt's 30, $40. So do the math. So it's been a it's a not a it's not affordable like it once was. Uh, that's what colleges are. Colleges are the same way. Colleges are all messed up. Their ticket prices are insane. All right, guys, I'm gonna end it here. So I'm probably gonna do this Monday through Friday from like 9 a.m. Central to 11 Central, so 10 to 12 on your East Coast. So make sure you tell your friends about Mornings with Goose. Hopefully we can build this up where we have 20 or 30 people in here. So, but yeah, I want to do this 5 days a week. I got nothing else to do, man. I work from home. I got nothing else to freaking do during the week. So Monday through Friday, share it out. Tell your friends, and we'll talk about whatever. I don't know. It's gonna be but whatever. So I think you live in Newcastle, UK, and Premier League game costs £35 a ticket. Okay, that's probably about it's got to be around 25, 30 American dollars, I think. I have to look. Let me look up pounds to dollars. Pounds to dollars. Let's see here. I'm curious. All right, so 35 pounds is 43. It's more. I'm sorry. I forgot. It's more. Forgot it's more. I did. I was doing it reverse. Yeah, so yeah, 33 pounds is $43.19 in the US dollars. I was doing it reverse. I'm stupid. Yeah, so yeah, the all depends upon what kind of game it is here. Who's playing what. I mean, if LSU's playing Alabama in Tiger Stadium, yeah, those tickets are going for like $200-300. So if the Saints when the Saints play Tampa Bay next season, yeah, those seats are going to be those seats in the Superdome are going to be very, very expensive. You might see $500-600 for the terrace, which is the nosebleeds. So all right, guys, like I said, yeah, I plan to do this 5 days a week. So Monday through Friday, like from like 9 a.m. Central to 11 Central, something like that. So nothing more than 2 hours. But y'all have a great Friday, and we'll do this again, man. Have a great one.